We're Pastor Dave Keating, Pastor Connie Keating. We have Missions Touch Ministries here in the country of Zambia. We have the privilege of working with sponsors and suppliers in the USA that supply us food to feed about 10,400 children every school day. I want our sponsors to know that the kids are blessed and they really appreciate your sponsorship. So on behalf of Missions Touch Ministries, we would like to thank Feeding the Nations. We would like to thank World Children's Fund. We'd like to thank Global Assistance for their support in helping to finance the containers and the logistics and shipping these containers to Zambia. We also like to thank the food sponsors, Stop Hunger Now, Feed My Starving Children,
Impact Lives,
and
Kids Against Hunger.
Kids Against Hunger, and Gleanings for their provision of the food.
And the other thing we'd like to say is thank you from the Zambian people, because there are so many lives who are being touched. We don't even know how many, but the kids continually send us cards and thank yous. We've had many testimonies of people who have been had much more strength. The grades are going up. We had one group who became involved in sports and they won every category, though they don't have much place to work on it. So we're seeing a lot of physical ramifications of the food, and everyone is very, very thankful, though they can't even say it personally. They're saying it through us.
And when we're doing something like feeding the children, which is bringing the children into school, the schools actually encourage us to come in and share with the children the good news of the gospel.
We are here to bring the gospel to these children, to discuss with some of the older children questions and things they have on their mind, just to touch their lives today.
My name is Doug Weckenman, and I'm part of a group of 4 guys from the United States who got to spend 1 month here with the Keatings, working with their ministry in all different aspects of it. We've gotten to sing songs, teach them about Jesus, tell them that we are here because Jesus loves us and we know how much He loves them, and we want them to know that they are loved by God, and that this food is here for them every day, all because of God.
We've been privileged to give food and clothing, shoes to different ones. These young men have been singing with the kids, and the kids also had sports days. The older kids, they spent time talking to them about teenage type of things. They've gone to several youth groups. They've done all sorts of different activities with those in our schools so that they can interact with them almost on a daily basis. They've gone out.
The food is primarily a vessel to reach the children and to give them something physically, but we would also like to touch their lives spiritually.
This is the future pastor of Zambia right here, is that right?
Yeah.
And your name is? There you go.
We received 4,500 salvation bracelets, and they have beads on them. Each bead has a different color, and in the thing it has a piece of paper in English that describes each of these beads, and it gives a story of salvation.
Once all of the music and all the dancing kind of settles down, we get a chance to really talk, and it's one of my favorite parts of the day, especially with the younger kids. You know, we ask them what they want to be when they grow up, and kids will raise their hand and say, I want to be a pilot, or I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a teacher. And we'll ask, okay, who in here is going to be the president of Zambia in 25 years? And you know, everyone will just go, ah! And the room will just erupt, and everyone will raise their hands and say, I'm going to be the next president of Zambia when I'm older. And it just kind of puts a smile on our faces, because they believe that they can do anything. And we get to be there to tell them that they can do anything, because Jesus believes that they can do anything.
And we're just so grateful to God for all that He's doing through us to others.